I said, man, for a change, let me just keep my word. Hit that like button. Let's get things started up in here. Now we're gonna dip into a few live streams that's out there. Might even go to Vegas. I don't know. Let's just see what's going on in these YouTube streets. Maybe I'll change the title to that. Chill chill out stream in the YouTube streets. That's what I'm gonna do the next time. This way it's just everything just be spilled out there. So let's get to this first. I know y'all want to know about the protest, but sometimes when you're naming it straight up what I'm gonna show, uh, it explains more and give you insight on what's some of the things that is going on and why certain faces are hidden and not hitting the streets as hard as it needs to be for America, for Los Angeles, for Florida, for New York, for Pennsylvania, for where we see all of this random, high pollutant drugs and alcohol and homelessness and food prices and gas prices. Let's get this thing started. I know it may sound like I'm rambling, but really, um,
And they can come up with their own conclusions. They can make their own decision with their own conclusions. They can make their own decisions about what they're seeing from both sides. I'm not here, and I've been saying this for quite some time. I'm not here to push, if you are a Democrat, I'm not here to push you to become a Republican.
fair use.
My hopes is that you will take the time to do your own due diligence, your own research, and make a decision based off of that. Not based off of the fact that, hey, I'm black, I should vote Democrat, or I'm a woman, I should vote Democrat, or I'm this race or that race, or whatever the case may be, and I should support these people. No,
See?
go do your own due diligence, do your own research, and come up with a conclusion for yourself. That's the problem with people like Jim Clyburn and other Democrats out there that believe that they own the black vote, and anybody that is not supporting the Democrat Party has been brainwashed. These people, they have no shame, and they have no real connection to the people, within the grassroots. They have no idea what the heck is going on.
It's MLK Day, so I'm going to address it because I'm tired of seeing it too. We aren't free. Name something that a white person can do that I can't. I'm going to wait all day because, as I've said, I'm a felon. I ain't got no education.
See?
And I'm a black male. I'm pretty sure I can see this. So, and I can walk in the store and buy anything, go in and apply for any job that I want. I can do anything a white person can do. The difference is,
See? See? So it's a lot of things going on. This is the late night stream for a particularly good reason. Let's see what's really going on.
white people can accept the reply no. Black people can't take that. They can't. You go in and ask, black person go in and ask for a job and they're told no, they throw everything in the world. It's because I'm black. It's because, no, you came in and applied for an engineering job and you not went to college or nothing, but this is a job you apply for. But then you say, oh, it's because I'm black. Stop. There's not a thing in this planet that a white man can go do that I can't. The bad thing is being told that only makes me try harder to show him that I can do it better than him. That's just how I was born and raised, motherfucker.
Uh-oh. What? Where my other glove at? Uh-oh. Now Stephen A. Smith. Check this spell out.
Yo, Lord of Brooklyn, what up, Playboy? We just hanging out. We 34 minutes in.
Straight up paid. Check this out.
Let me see, what's Aaron say? He said, I do have some sympathies. Our generation has been brainwashed since we were young. If nobody's putting others onto spaces like this, and all people have is MSNBC or MSN, I can see how people are duped into voting left. Oh yeah, me too. Look, you guys are in Canada. You guys got it way worse. You guys got it way worse. Y'all just got out of the whole Trudeau debacle. The dope's basically a de facto Marxist. So let's listen to flip flopping.
Fair use time.
I'm about to do him dirty. Let's listen
Machizo, see, you
to
be doing some good
old
analysis. This
flip
is
flopping
one of the good analysis
Stephen A.
channels.
Smith. You feel me?
Okay, let's check it out.
Because Stephen A. Smith
He be flipping and
is
flopping.
definitely a flip flopper.
Let's be nice. Let's be nice. We don't have to go
We
there.
don't.
I mean, you're not wrong, but you didn't have to say it. I mean, good Lord.
But I do like the fact that Stephen A. Smith
of America
does
everywhere,
speak his
all
mind.
over this country. I'm inside and outside arenas. I'm inside and outside local businesses and stuff like that. I'm the ambassador for HBCU Week in concert with Ashley Christopher and other people. I've helped generate over 12,000 scholarships in excess of $150 million.
He's responding to Joy Reid saying that he don't do nothing for black people and that black people hate him. Now bear in mind,
Bear in mind.
Joy Reid is a second generation immigrant from the fucking Congo.
Joy Reid, you remember that lady and her show? From the Congo. But pay attention.
Let that sink in.
But the imagery of her
Stephen A. Smith is FBA.
look like one of my aunties, but don't sound like one of them.
So you got a tether from the Congo.
A tether.
Her parents came here, escaped the Congo, the war in the Congo. And she's telling the FBA man about his connection with FBA blacks here in America and policing and mommying him.
Mm-hmm.
You see how that go?
For black students. I'm a member of Omega Psi Phi fraternity. I ain't just down with a fraternity, that's a brotherhood. All of them are my board.
Wait, you saying Stephen A. Smith is Caribbean? What is he, half Jamaican? Is he full immigrant? I thought part of his family was from down south. I could run it through Grok.
I was raised by 5 black women, Joy.
Uh-oh.
I have 9 nieces. I have 2 daughters. Everybody black. I still go home to Hollis. On the business side, ESPN takes our show, First Take, to HBCUs.
Wait until y'all
Black
hear
gymnasiums, wherever we
something
go.
about this book.
Black people don't like
The
me.
book they gonna
Sure.
bring up. to give you
Walt
some-
Disney and HBCUs, when we start going on tours every year. We've been to Delaware State. We've been to Bethune-Cookman. We've been to Norfolk State. We've been to Winston-Salem State. We've been to Savannah State. Oh, yeah. We going to Texas Southern next month. We don't stop. And
We
I
don't
said
stop.
we. Because in concert with the very organization that I work for that you accused me,
Organization he worked.
Well, I know he's from Hollis, Queens. That don't mean nothing. Half of the people in New York are Caribbean. But I thought he was part Southern. Anybody in the chat, man, run that shit through Chat GPT or Grok for me.
Okay.
If so, then it's just tether on tether violence.
All right.
Universal Black in the building. What up with you, man? What up with you, man? We just hanging out. We 36 minutes in. I think I'm gonna be here for about 2 hours. You missed a lot of the funny memes in the beginning, though.
and paid by just to talk about white, just to talk nastiest things about black people. What about what I celebrate?
Stephen A. needs to just stop playing and stop trying to capitulate to these folks on the left.
And see the
What he has to understand, and maybe he is starting to come to the realization is that you can't appease these people.
Spot on. This is my take. Stephen A. Smith tries to play what do you call it?
The vanguard.
Well, see, we'd have made it unpopular to be a black male Democrat. Like it took
put
like
a
a year and a
post
half
in-
worth of work, but we've made it
post,
completely unpopular.
and then
You know what I'm
it seems like he
saying?
want
Saying you're a
everybody to
black
come to
male
the table.
Democrat is basically like saying you're in the closet. You know what I'm saying? Because they so
Peacefully.
soft and
But
they're the party for the
left.
low testosterone man, right?
Why
You
he
got a
has
lot of
an
these people
intact
claiming to be
family
like they're moderates
with
and
kids.
independents, but they're still puppeting and verbatim talking mainstream media and Democratic Party approved talking points. That's what Stephen A. Smith is doing. And plus he's trying bang, okay. Kwame Kaiju did the
Check
so
out
it's
that.
tether on tether violence. His parents are from St. Thomas.
All right. So I'm gonna
But there
speed
you
it up.
go.
Speed
All
it.
right, so then
All right, so
the
let's
Georgia
see something.
You can't refute that.
Smith shit. Let's let some of it play.
You can't. They have in their mind two types of people: oppressors and the oppressed. And they feel like any man out there, black, white, Hispanic, Asian, doesn't matter. Any man out there that's saying, hey, no, I'll forge my own way. I'll put the work in, I'll outwork you, I'll outcompete you, I'll go and I'll be better than you.
Listen,
That goes against their narrative. That goes against what they push on the masses. They hope that this dude becomes a victim. They can't stand it. They can't stand it. Now I'm sitting here saying I don't agree with everything that Stephen A says.
I
I respect
this.
his hustle.
I see this at my workplace.
I respect his grind. I think he's a habitual fence straddler. I think he's a habitual flip-flopper. I wish he'd just pick a side. But you can't knock the fact that this dude's been out there working. You can't refute that. And for someone like a Joy or anybody else to come out there and say like, hey, this man's working for quote unquote white supremacy. Like, how? Why? Because he voices his opinion and you disagree with it? Why? Because he just doesn't 100% capitulate to the left in lockstep?
That's right.
And that's a lot of the problem with these people.
That's right.
That's the huge problem. They think and they believe, you know what I'm saying, that they own black men and the black man vote.
And now, y'all listen to me. Any man that's listening right at the moment, try it tomorrow morning when you first get to work. Try it in a monotone. Not real soft, but clear and direct. And see if it would rub. You watch and you would notice it would rub the wrong way. In all of our workplaces. Because this is the change, especially if you're in one of these blue states that they want. They want you to really, we're supposed to be thinking and moving like the Steve Harvey book. We're supposed to be like think like a woman and act like a y'all put in the rest.
And if you don't do that, you're capitulating to whiteness. And it's the furthest thing from the truth. But that's what they believe. But again, like I said in a previous video, this is the playbook from Saul Alinsky's Rules for Radicals. This is their playbook. If people took the time to really get an understanding of who they are and but that's what they believe. But again, like I said in a previous video, this is the playbook from Saul Alinsky's Rules for Radicals. This is their playbook. If people took the time to really get an understanding of who they are and what they're about and what their agenda is, none of this would be a surprise to you. None of it.
All right, you want to help me? Go home. Wherever that home is, go. Ain't no white supremacy, American supremacy. American supremacy. And if you don't know what an American is, then I don't know what to tell you.
That's right. That's right.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, sister. Thank you. These people here, these liberals, especially liberal white women, man, they are, in my opinion, one of the biggest threats to our nation. And there's some others that might be a little bigger. They're high on the list.
Blackmailed into believing that enforcing the border is immoral, unbiblical, and unloving, when in reality, chaos has never been compassion, and scripture has never supported lawlessness. Right now, immigration enforcement is sparking protests, riots, and even deadly confrontations. The media frames this as cruelty versus kindness, but scripture never gives us that false choice. God is a God of order, justice, and mercy, not chaos. The Bible is clear. Nations have borders, leaders have authority, and laws exist to restrain evil. Romans 13 tells us that government's role is to uphold justice. A border that isn't enforced isn't compassionate. It's negligent. Uncontrolled immigration fuels human trafficking, drugs, exploitation of women and children, and lawlessness. That's not mercy. That's abandonment. At the same time, Christians are commanded to love thy neighbor. That means helping people without destroying the rule of law. You can believe in border security and believe every human life has value. Those ideas are not enemies. They belong together. What we're seeing in the streets isn't compassion. It's disorder being baptized as virtue. Christians must reject emotional manipulation and speak truth with clarity. Secure borders, lawful immigration, real compassion. Justice without mercy is cruel, but mercy without order is chaos. And please, let's stop pretending the Bible supports open borders and anarchy.
Yeah. This again goes right back to the rules for radicals. Make the enemy live up to their own rules. Yeah. Yeah. They use tolerance, democracy, and rules selectively, but only against their opponents.
So, go over there and check out the rest of that stream right on Machizo TV. Okay? A lot of y'all, I know y'all be like living in the cloud viewing this, but and getting educationalized. But now let's get up over here to my homeboy show. The homie from Wyoming, the brother from another mother, he be having some heavy stuff. And this other show the other day, ooh, it'll take me a minute to find that. Let me find that one. Because that's the one I was supposed to have been doing a show about today. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. Man, but remember, this is MC Recovery, and I am going to bring back some of my nutrition is an inside job show. Because, you know, I've been trying a little worry about what I've been eating, but I have been using olive oil, so I got to go shopping. Somebody told me about another oil to use also. That's a real good oil to use. But let's get this next clip up because this homeboy been putting it down like it's going. And yes, Uncle D, awful white women fighting angry white men. So let's see what just a bit of this is. And you can go to this channel, one of these channels. Man, it's been a long stream. What's really going on? Shit, I'm just gonna do random stuff. All right. So I'm just gonna. I didn't see the whole show. I only seen bits and bits, and we're just gonna randomly pick something. Okay.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the broadcast. Shout out in the chat room. I know we are back again for
Fair use. This is a commercial. I told you they do it all the time.
Strong, independent men? No. White, pink hair, blue hair, liberal women, white women are the ones voting for these idiots. Gavin Newsom won because of liberal white women, and so did Mandani.
While I was watching him make a very good point, I wanted to correct him saying it's not white.
Significantly damaged my personal life, including relationships.
How did it lead you astray?
Well, that's what she's saying. And so when you get a lot of these guys on these podcasts like Fresh and Fit, they always get women who look like they just walked out of a, barely out of school, high school, and, looks a lot like sex workers, and I'm not saying there's anything that folk of whatever education level are not intelligent. I'm saying they don't look like they're prepared for that conversation. Now, listen to this guy get super frustrated when he has to deal with a woman who treats him like he treats women. Listen.
Look, strong woman. I thought you were a strong woman.
I hope you guys have a really good day. I'm leaving.
Hold on.
You don't look happy. Like, why are you screaming on your podcast? There's pills for that. Go talk to a person in an office. There's therapy for that. But instead, no, let's normalize the subjugation of women because we're telling men that they're too inept to grow. I believe men can grow. I've seen men grow. Like I said, I've grown to look up to many men in my life. I believe in men. And the people who tell you women have to be down, like brought down, don't believe in you, don't like you, and are very, very dangerous.
I've watched almost every single.
Yeah, and let me say this, family. You know, I don't really get into relationships, but I know it's a very emotional subject, and a lot of men, ladies, I want you to understand, a lot of men are emotional, and they're triggered by emotion. Like, yeah, you know how you see guys get hyped up when it comes to playing football, like in the locker room, they'll get them hyped up and whatnot. And yeah, that's the enemy. That's the enemy. And, you know, young men are easy to do that. That's why we recruit them at 18 years old and give them a 164-pound backpack and a rifle and send them up the side of the hill to shoot people that they don't even know. So if you yell and scream enough and you get men hyped up enough, young men especially, they're subject to, you know, they will follow you. They will feed into that. You don't have, you don't see any calm, methodical, thoughtful men speaking to these young dudes these days. They basically saying the woman is the enemy, blah, blah, blah. And they get them hyped up.
And then what I'm noticing also is like with all things that's going on in the world, this look like some of the playbook too. That the order is, can we get these men to kneel in the perception of feminism? Let's put it that way. Feminizing man thoughts and emotions. Because they want to pour rain in that emotion of a man. And that's why you see they want to do these genetic operations and puberty blockers, pills, and things of that nature. So let's get to the show. I got a little bit more in here. Let me know if I'm supposed to change the title that I have up here, but
emotional,
it's a Chillout screen,
and that's why they're so popular. You see, that's what you see happen. It's like a trick. If I get these young men hyped up and amped up and excited, if I yell, whether you're talking about Nick Fuentes or Andrew Tate or Myron Gaines, that's the hook. Get them hyped up, get them angry like a coach or something like that. Send them out there to, you know, fight against the world, right? This is what they. This is a trick. It's a marketing. And if you're a type of young man haven't been raised and taught how to analyze your emotions and control your emotions, then you'll fall for it. Let's keep listening.
Podcast you ever did for about 1.5 years. So much so that I bought into a lot of the things that you said. And for about 2 years, it led me astray and significantly damaged my personal life, including relationships.
How did it lead you astray?
Well, you told me to go sleep with a bunch of women and date multiple women at the same time, which I did. And it significantly damaged my life. My concern is what you're saying to men leads them astray, because I'm a walking example of it.
Well, there you go. And you grow and you learn. And at some point, you guys who listen to these cats on the podcast, and you like what they say, you'll realize just, man, these dudes are very inadequate men. But this is kind of what I was talking about earlier. Look at this fella right here.
Liberal women are the biggest poison to our society. Not white people, white liberal.
Now I want you to listen to this Mexican dude, and I want you to watch this white dude very carefully, okay? And you'll see he's gonna pivot, and he's actually gonna respond, and he's going to put forth a defense, and he's gonna basically say it's not our women, it's not just white women, it's all women, okay? And so he diffuses the attack, and in doing so, he's defending his women. This is what I'm trying to help y'all understand. You can't just be spewing that. These men are not gonna sit up here and let y'all just keep talking reckless about white women forever. This is their woman. Let's keep listening.
Liberal women are the biggest poison to our society. Not white people. White liberal women are the biggest poison to our society.
Not blacks, not Hispanics, not Asians, not Arabs, none of that, right? Is white liberal women. Now, how does that hit you? What if we have somebody on the internet saying black women are the biggest problem to society? All the black men like, nah, that's not even cool. That would be racist, right? So this is how this hits, okay? And you'll hear what the man says. He might agree with some of that, but he's not going to sit up there and let you talk reckless about his woman, because he's a man and he has to protect his woman. That's what they're complaining about in the first place. All right, let's keep listening.
Because they want to be so politically correct, they'll ruin the country doing that. And they're doing it right now. And why do I say it's them? They have the biggest voting bloc. White Americans are the majority of this country. So the reality is their voting bloc is much bigger than ours, than the Hispanic and the black community. So
And it might be okay for him to say it, but again, coming from another man, from another group, we're still very tribal. Okay, we are all a bunch of hairless monkeys around here. Whether you're a black, white monkey, a mocha-colored monkey, Asian yellow monkey, whatever, we all savages. And in that regard, we are all territorial and we are all tribal. So listen to this.
So therefore, by the way, who do you think voted for Gavin Newsom? Strong, independent men? No. White, pink hair, blue hair, liberal women, white women are the ones voting for these idiots. Gavin Newsom won because of liberal white women, and so did Mandani.
While I was watching him make a very good point, I wanted to correct him saying it's not white liberal women, it's liberal women.
Oh, it's not our women, it's all women who are liberal. You see that pivot in the defense, that diffuse? That's what I'm trying to explain to you. So, you know, I'm just throwing it. We haven't even got into the broadcast yet. I'm just trying to help you all kind of give you a perspective on dissecting what people say as it's, you know, as it's being said, so you can make a mental note. You got to listen to people. If you listen to people long enough, they'll tell you who they are. Let's keep listening.
Any ethnicity. But then he made a great point of why it's white liberal women, and he's right. White liberal women, say that 5 times fast. White liberal women, it's almost like they're a cancer to this society because they're not willing to see the facts. They're not willing to see what's best for the city or the country or the state or whatever they're in. They just see as Trump bad. That's it. It's really sad.
Well, they saw slavery as bad. They saw I mean, you know, you take the good, the bad. I got a couple more videos, and then we're going to get this thing cracking. Y'all hit the number 1 button.
Yeah, so y'all know. So I just basically wanted y'all to see some of that there. This is like the Chillout screen. And now we're going to get into man, that was an interesting take when I was like watching the show. So I'm glad that it went back to where I originally was. Just to give people a little spectrum that, yeah, when I be playing stuff, I be like listening in a photogenic thing way of like, you know, hey, is that's really the reality of what's going on around me? Think about it. What's really going on around me? Yeah, but when I leave work, does another reality happen? See, it's multiple realities that be really happening. Now, let's see what this is. So check out these boys. This lady been doing stuff. We just looking at what's in 3 hours ago screen. Let's check out the Cartier family. They got some good hot takes jumping off.
And the community that I represent, my death threats skyrocket. For 4 years, since when he was in office, the first 2 years I was state rep. And the last 2 years, I was a member of Congress. It was maybe my second or third week when he started attacking me. I became a freshman who nobody should have actually known I existed because I wielded no power, to having the most death threats of any member of Congress. To the point where...
The thing of it, now, do y'all all remember seeing all those death threats? I don't know. Let's just go up and screen and see what's really happening. What was this conversation really about?
And last night, the man that attacked me was specifically upset that Trump's order to deport Somalis was not yielding enough deportations of Somalis.
What's happening right now is that the organizers of this rally, who are in the middle of that scrum right there, they're being forced out of the City Hall area, drowned out by hundreds of people who are anti this ICE deployment in the city. The message to these organizers, get out.
There are hundreds of people here with their signs, report suspicious captivity. Remember, this is all coming as the DHS says that this is the largest immigration crackdown in the history of America. America.
He's gonna do what he's gonna do regardless. And like, there was a part of me that wasn't gonna come out today because I was gonna listen to our governor. But the governor and Mayor Jacob Fry have proven that like they're not for the people. And like, I can't just sit at home.
They're not in reality. They're in some total fantasy universe. They don't understand that the majority of their fellow Americans, voted to implement the policies that ICE is implementing. It's undemocratic to halt the implementation of those policies, which is what is happening.
But the professional politicians, Omar, Walls, they're making this sound like the Civil War. They're making it sound like Germany.
That looks like to me, even if the Democrats, the Democrat leaders, tell them not to protest, or even come out and say, hey guys, this has all been wrong, they're still going to be out there protesting. These people have this ideology probably now.
It's too far gone. They didn't.
It's too far gone. Are getting paid.
Too long,
too
hard.
Some are getting paid, y'all.
A part of their identity almost.
To the point where they just said they got mad at Mandami because I forgot exactly what he said. But for sitting with Trump, they said he bent the knee. People were mad at him. This right here. Now Tim somewhat said, let's work together so this can all go away.
See, like what I was saying, will some of us get paid if we go out there and protest? And by us going out there to get paid to get protest, is that working in our interests of Americans as being American? That's what we got to think about. And that's what they see that most American is thinking about. Because people where I work at, I don't hear them talking about they going downtown after work and do some protesting. So we need to think about it. Now, is it people that's watching this show? Put in the chat if you know of any individuals, how many individuals at your job, put a number at your job, work site, McDonald's, Sears, Macy's, Northrop, or you do, SpaceX or wherever y'all work at the city, the county. Do they go and say, hey, I'm going to go do an hour out there to protest? Or is that their other job? Now, that would really trip me out. We'll check out some more fair use, the cartel family.
And now they're upset with him.
So they don't want it to go away.
So, yeah, that's what it is. I don't know, man. I mean, they just got to kick the people out. But it's been getting pretty crazy out there. And now it's been new footage of the person that they've been talking about, the transgender that got shot. People were saying it's overkill. Some people were saying it was justified. It's new footage saying that this person was spitting on officers a couple days before they were shot.
Did you call him a transgender?
Oh, did I call him a transgender?
You did.
Damn, it's a habit because he almost is a transgender. Not a habit, but I was thinking, every time I think about this person, you didn't see that photo?
I saw the photo.
Oh, yeah. Well,
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was spreading misinformation yesterday.
See? Misinformation. Right, let me see.
Yesterday, guys. So this was never him?
It was never him.
So is he not?
It's the internet, bruh. It was never him. That's why I said let the man rest. Remember I kept saying on the video yesterday? I kept saying let the man rest. Let the man rest. Whole time wasn't even, bruh.
Is this photo of the man in pink dress? Dude, what did Grok say on here? Grok didn't approve this because it was going all over the internet, guys, yesterday that this person, not wasn't a trans, but whatever this is. What would you call this? It's more than gay.
That's not him, bro.
I know, but I'm just saying though, for future references. What would we call this? A person that just dresses like a woman.
I would call it weird.
Yeah. Anyways, so that's not him.
It's not him.
Wow, guys, I'm sorry. We just posted that video. It's not him.
That's why I said to let that man rest. All right, let me tell you guys about a really cool product that is a necessity.
So we're seeing. So we're seeing that guy Alex. That photo is not definitely him. I thought it was because then it looks real conspiratorialized. So that's what's going to be going on too. So everybody got to be careful on their channels because people will put out some fakes. They got a word for that too. Well, my word is a pump fake to spur things and to get things to go viral, to get us to believe in that this could be the reason why this happened because he's from that community, but still he's out there with a majority of them. I don't even know if they liberals. So man, this is just getting but wow. Now I'm gonna see if we. So I hope I didn't get hit with some of those that copyrights from music and things like that. Let me see what else been in the YouTube streets. Officer Tatum put something out there 6 hours ago. But let's get back to this random shit. Well, stop right here.
It has to be something that's constitutionally protected, like your freedom of religion. So let's go through the elements. Is there a conspiracy, an agreement between two or more persons? Here's what Don Lemon says.
So the American flag or whatever, but these are resistance.
Yo, Nate does him dirty in his joint, bro. He goes through the 4 elements, and then he clips the footage. He clips the footage with old Donnie doing this shit that supports the actual element. Oh my God, for an actual criminal case. And this goofy recorded it all himself. Man, listen, man. The Democratic soft black man taking L's in 2026, baby.
Meet Soft Black Man, the safest man in America. He listens, he validates, and he never disagrees.
Unless it's about your self-care.
He's strong, but not too strong. Soft Black Man, your plush.
Protesters, they're planning an operation that we're going to follow them on. I can't tell you exactly what they're doing, but it's called Operation Pull Up. And it's Takima Armstrong, and she has been doing this since George Floyd, Dante Wright, and others, where they surprise people, catch them off guard, and hold them to account. And so that's what we're doing here. And then after we do this operation, you'll see it live. And these operations are surprise operations. Again, I can't tell you where they're going.
So it seems like there's a clear agreement between two or more people on what they're going to do, how they're going to do it, where to meet up, and where they are going. So Don Lemon knows where they're going, what they're about to do, and how they're about to do it.
See, and this is a lawyer speaking. This is a lawyer speaking, explaining the situation that went down that probably been on the news, CNN and CNBC and stuff, and he's doing the telecast or the newscast that he had on his show, Don Lemon. So he's released from prison, and it's that bomb rush that they did at this church. Let's listen in on some more.
Right? They're going to confront some people. Don Lemon then admits more of the conspiracy.
They're getting the operation together. Again, this is an operation that is secret, that they invited folks out. Can't tell you what is going to happen, but you're going to watch it live unfold.
So he's admitting that he knows what's going to happen, but he can't tell you while he's recording because yo, you cannot be this stupid.
Here on the Don Lemon Show, there are for this reason it may look like MAGA coded, but there's a reason they have so many white people here. I'm just going to be honest. It's because of the operation that they're doing today. It's important to have allies, as they said, white allies here. So that.
This is Operation Run Up in a Church and Harass Parishioners.
Yep, that's exactly what it is.
Yo, shout out to Nate the lawyer because he runs through all of the elements that make the face act attributable.
Yep.
And the video footage that he clipped for each of the 4 elements is
Go over there and
friggin'
check out Nate the
gold.
lawyer. He's the Washington
Clout chaser Don Lemon, bro. I'm
legal
trying to tell you, I really
aid.
hope you catch a charge.
Is what I could say. I turned our camera off of them because they're giving some critical information here. But there we go. Everybody's ready to go.
So it seems like we got 2 or more people in a conspiracy to do something. So next we're talking about specific intent. Does Don Lemon have any evidence that there's a specific intent to injure, oppress, threaten, or intimidate whoever they're going to go and confront?
Operation Pull Up, more of a clandestine operation. We show up somewhere that is a key location. They don't expect us to come.
This the Keisha right here. An old bitter Keisha organizing all this chaos.
And that's the threat in our
And who's she organizing it for, FBA Black?
in the workplace.
Illegal
public,
immigrants.
A bitter Keisha.
Not the hundreds of thousands of FBA Black girls and women ex-trafficked through the United States every year. Not for the low reading rates of illiterate, well, the high illiteracy rates of Black boys and girls now.
Mm-hmm.
This is why you don't vote these Keishas in the office, bro.
Yeah, they ain't out there fighting for that. Notice.
And apparently she's
only when it's election
apparently she's
time.
a pastor also. That's why I said they're not supposed to be pastors, bro.
Only around election time they do this kind of fight.
Got a mad Keisha behind all of this.
I'm there, and then we disrupt business as usual.
So now they've make it very clear that wherever they're going there to disrupt, which to me sounds like injure, oppress, threaten, or intimidate. How else do you disrupt? So I think we have our first 2 elements pretty clear here. We have a conspiracy agreement between 2 or more people, and we have the specific intent to disrupt, which to me sounds like injure, oppress, threaten, or intimidate somewhat. But now we get to find out where they're going to disrupt.
Okay, so we are here now. Do you think if you just have it, I think maybe if you just have it on the church, but if they see me, they're gonna know. No?
I don't. It just depends.
What?
Don't name the location.
I'm not naming the location, but I mean, I'm just wondering if
at
you
some
see
point,
me.
I mean,
the folks inside see me.
Are the congregants really on live instead of in service right now?
No, but they'll be like, "Why is Don Lemon here?"
Sunday morning. Sunday morning church.
Yeah. Okay, we'll see.
They'll be like, he's. Well, what else? It's Sunday. You already said the church.
No, we didn't.
Yes, you said it.
No, I didn't.
No,
I did not.
So now we know they're at a church, and in that church are a whole bunch of U.S. citizens. So that satisfies element 3, where we're talking about the victim is a person in the United States or its territories. But now the right. What right are they about to violate? Well, Don Lemon makes it very clear that they're about to interrupt these people exercising their First Amendment right to worship the way they want.
They're in the middle of the church. During the beginning of the church service, the pastor was speaking, and Nikema stood up and said her piece, and then the protesters surrounded her. But this is a clandestine mission. I think they found out according to them, this is according to Operation Pull Up, that one of the pastors here is a member of ICE. And so, here we go.
We're going in the church looking for a member of ICE. Let me show you.
Now, to make it absolutely clear, Don Lemon talks to the pastor to confirm that what they were doing was exercising their freedom of religion because they were there to worship Jesus, and they are now being intimidated.
Here to worship Jesus because that's the hope of these cities. That's the hope of the world is Jesus Christ.
I want to be very respectful. Please don't push me though.
We're here to worship Jesus. Yes. That's why we're here. Yeah. Okay. That's why we're here. That's what we're about.
Don't you think Jesus would be understanding
we're about
love these folks?
We're about spreading the love of Jesus.
But did you try to talk to them?
No one is willing to talk.
Okay.
No, I have to take care of my church and my family, so I asked that you actually would also leave this building.
You don't want us to
unless you're here to
Because
worship.
they're not there.
I'm always worship. I'm a Christian.
We're here to worship. We're here to worship. Okay.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
That's not here to worship with a microphone right in front of his face and a camera. What kind of worshiping is that? Think about it. So the news is spinning it out like they had a certain right. Like in the video I had shown earlier, that they flipped, well, in other words, they flipped the script to their liking.
Now, to even make it more clear that people in that church were intimidated, here is Don Lemon's account of people crying in the corner.
And there are people here who are, I'm looking at a young man who's in the corner. He's frightened. He's scared. He's crying. People are leaving church.
Why didn't they show the film? Where's the film?
Bro, how can you be this stupid?
Yeah.
He's actually recording and confirming intimidation. I think he even filmed the little kids crying coming out of the church.
Yeah, because they never seen that.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I got no faith in Pam Bondi and the DOJ, or Cash Patel, which is unfortunate because I was a big fan of Cash Patel.
All right, so go over there
I
and
think
check
Dan
out,
Bongino.
check out the Machizo TV show. They leave random screams up all night sometime. But, this is like, it's too much. This is just a hangout screen. Man. So hopefully, what I'm going to do, I'm going to look at one of those books and see what kind of meal and make sure I have the recipes for tomorrow, for nutrition is an inside job. Because remember, recovery is an inside job, but the nutrition is also. And tune in. And I'm make a show speaking on something I seen yesterday that sort of blasphemy. I don't know if I'm saying the correct word when you go against your own will, faith, and identity for how you was raised. I said that part right. And we're out. So this one I may not put a thumbnail on. I'll just let it run and maybe switch it around and put what we just did right now onto YouTube and leave it like that. I'm out. Recovery is the inside job. Getting a little sleepy out here. Should see if these people still protesting. Let's check. Yeah, let's check and see if these folks, because it's 11 something here. I know they can't be out there at 1 something at night protesting. I know that. That guy's, oh man. The new normal. The new normal, man. This is, oh man. I see some more stuff in the YouTube screen. Let me see. I doubt that now. They probably went home by now. Yeah, everybody went to bed now. Yeah, everybody. And this one looked like it's live, but I think they all went to bed. Well, like I said, until tomorrow, let's catch some fresh protesting. Recovery is inside job. Hit that like button and